Namrata Sharma, on behalf of the All India Ophthalmological Society, welcome you all to the inauguration of the 81st Annual Conference of the Society in the God's own country, Kerala at Kochi. Respected Chief Guest, Mr. E. Sreedharan, Guest of Honor, Speaker, Legislative Assembly, Advocate Sri A.N. Shamseer, Esteemed Guest, Ms. Tiffany Brar, President's Guest of Honor, Dr. Hussain Zada and Dr. Vishal Jhanji, Dr. Lalit Verma, President, All India Ophthalmological Society, Dr. Harbansh Lal, Incoming President, All India Ophthalmological Society, past presidents, dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, distinguished delegates, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and a warm welcome to all of you. We would now like to honor and felicitate the dignitaries on the dais. Commence the inaugural program by lighting the ceremonial lamp. I request the Honorable Chief Guest, our guests of honor, esteemed guests, and other dignitaries on the dais to proceed for the lamp lighting ceremony. Thank you, everyone. As is customary, we commence our program with the AIOS anthem. The lyrics of the AIOS anthem are written by Professor Rajvardhan Azad, past President AIOS, and is sung by Dr. NSD Raju, again past President AIOS from Kochi.
जीवेम शतः शतम् वर्षेम शतः शतम् जीवेम शतः शतम् वर्षेम शतः शतम् जीवेम शतः शतम् जीवेम शतः शतम् रोशनी हम रोशनी हम रोशनी हम रोशनी हम
रोशनी हम रोशनी हम रोशनी हम रोशनी हम रोशनी हम रोशनी हम
रोशनी हम रोशनी हम
हम हैं जिगल सकनेत के रक्षक ज्योत जलाते हैं हम हैं जिगल सकनेत के रक्षक ज्योत जलाते हैं
हर प्राण की कोशिकाओं में रोशनी हम
रोशनी हम रोशनी हम
रोशनी हम रोशनी हम रोशनी हम रोशनी हम रोशनी हम रोशनी हम रोशनी हम रोशनी हम रोशनी हम रोशनी हम रोशनी हम रोशनी हम रोशनी हम रोशनी हम रोशनी हम
It is a pleasure to request the Chairman, Local Organizing Committee, Dr. S. Shashi Kumar, to deliver the welcome address.
Good evening to all. Suswagatam to all to God's own country. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to the 81st annual conference of AIOS held at this majestic venue, the Lulu Bolgatti International Convention Center. However, I hope you are all aware of the tragic incident that happened yesterday that led to the death of the 22-year-old Dr. Vandana Das, whose life was snatched away way too quickly and painfully before her dreams could be fulfilled. I, on behalf of the entire medical fraternity assembled here, express my sincere condolences to the bereaved family. We were allotted this conference 2 years back, and since then, the entire local organizing committee was working seamlessly to make this a memorable event, and we hope we have attained our goal. The chief guest of this function is none other than Padma Bhushan Sri E. Sreedharan. I don't have to wax eloquent about Elattuvalapil Sreedharan, who is known to everyone as the Metro Man of India. He has changed the face of public transport in India. With his meticulous management of men and resources, he could complete several projects like the Pamban Bridge, the Konkan Railway, the Delhi Metro, and even the Kochi Metro on time. Sir, you are proving to the whole world that age is just a number. You have shown that real leaders are ordinary people with extraordinary determination, dedication, and perseverance. We thank you for accepting our invitation to grace the occasion with your presence. Sir, on behalf of all the delegates, we are deeply appreciative and offer our most grateful welcome. The guest of honor today is the Honorable Speaker of Kerala Legislative Assembly, Sri A.N. Shamseer, the young and energetic principal spokesman of the House. He has held important posts in the student and youth wings of his party and is an active parliamentarian in the Assembly since 2016, representing the Thalassery constituency. We are deeply honored by your presence and are delighted to welcome you here today, sir. Miss Tiffany Brar is the founder of Jyotirgamaya Foundation. She became visually challenged during her infancy. She fought her way up in our not so disabled friendly society. She graduated and did her B.Ed in special education. She can speak 5 Indian languages fluently. Through her foundation, she is rendering yeoman services to the blind by teaching them braille, mobility, basic computer use, and life skills. Her biodata gives around 30 recognitions from various national and international agencies. Noted among them are the National Award for the Best Role Model and the Nari Shakti Puraskar from the President of India in 2017 and 2022. She's a good teacher and motivational speaker and a strong believer that differently abled should be able to lead an independent life. Actually, she has come alone in a public transport from Trivandrum for our meeting. I have great pleasure in welcoming Ms. Tiffany Brar to this function. Our President, Dr. Lalit Verma, is a familiar face to AIOS members. He has served the AIOS for over 25 years and has steered it through rough waters in various capacities to make it strong and vibrant, and now it has become the largest body of ophthalmologists in the world. I, on behalf of the entire ophthalmologists assembled here, extend you a hearty welcome, sir. Dr. Vishal Janji is an alumnus of RP Center and is a renowned cornea specialist, presently working as Professor of Ophthalmology, University of Pittsburgh School of Medicine. I have great pleasure in welcoming you to this function. Professor Hossam Siyada is the Faculty of Medicine and a Senior Cataract Surgeon at Al-Azhar University Hospitals, Cairo. A warm welcome to you, sir. Dr. Harbans Lal is going to take over as the President of AIOS today. He is an amiable and jovial person but can transform into a tough taskmaster when need arises. I have great pleasure in welcoming to you, sir. I have had several interactions with Dr. Namrata Sharma, the General Secretary of AIOS, in the last year, and we are amazed by her administrative skills, be it selection of vendor, bargaining with them, formulating guidelines and checklists, executing the plans, and above all, being receptive to our suggestions and responding to our call. Madam, we are delighted to offer the most hospitable welcome to you. Dr. Partha Bishwas, our scientific committee chairman, is working overtime to organize the scientific feast spread over 23 halls and 3.5 days to impart basic knowledge and recent developments in the specialty to the delegates. A hearty welcome to you, sir. Dr. Rajesh Sinha, the AIOS treasurer, is also the secretary of the Family Benefit Scheme, a social security scheme of AIOS, and he is managing both his assignments very well. A warm welcome to you, Dr. Rajesh. Dr. Samar Kumar Besek, our Vice President and renowned corneal surgeon, will be hosting the next AEOC at Kolkata. A warm welcome to you, sir. Dr. Barun Kumar Nayak was the past president of AEOS, and he was the organizing secretary of Mumbai conference last year. A warm welcome to you, sir. Dr. Sai Kumar, the organizing secretary, and Dr. Radha Ramanan, the treasurer of LOC, are the key people who worked with me in organizing this massive event. A warm welcome to both of them. I recognize and acknowledge the presence of representatives of the print and visual media who have come here for this function. I extend my hearty welcome to all of them. I extend a pleasing welcome to all members of the Governing Council, the Managing Committee, the senior members, and past presidents. Last but not the least, a hearty welcome to all the delegates to this August function and to what I believe is going to be a great conference. Jai Hind, Jai AOS.
Mike, yeah. Thank you so much, sir, for that warm welcome, and thank you for this spectacular conference here. I now request Dr. Lalit Verma, President, All India Ophthalmological Society, to introduce the incoming President of the AIOS, Dr. Harbansh Lal. Since Dr. Lalit Verma is completing more than 26 years of his service in our society, I would like to show a video clip of his journey through the AIOS.
The All India Ophthalmological Society, or AIOS, has a long and proud history of serving the needs of ophthalmologists in India. With love and support of members, Dr. Lalit Verma had the fortune to be associated with AIOS for over 25 years and has played an important role in shaping AIOS into the world-class organization it is today. Dr. Lalit has served AIOS in a variety of honorary positions, helping to guide the organization through many challenges and triumphs. And during his tenure, AIOS achieved many milestones. One of the notable accomplishments under Dr. Lalit's leadership was the transformation of AIOS headquarters. From a small office to a sprawling complex that includes not only offices and conference rooms, but also a museum, library, and photo gallery with contribution from different wings of AIOS. It truly is a world-class facility that reflects the high standards of AIOS. Prayogshala, or wet lab, has also been established as permanent national skill development facility at AIOS headquarters. To ensure that AIOS remained at the forefront of ophthalmological education, he helped to launch the Fellow of All India Collegium of Ophthalmology program, which has since conferred the title of FICO to hundreds of ophthalmologists in India and abroad. As chairman of the scientific committee, Dr. Lalit also played a key role in making AIOS annual conference a world-class event. He introduced many innovations that helped to improve the conference experience for delegates, including physical posters, poster podium presentations, international heroes session, endowment lectures, and skill imparting courses. He encouraged more members to participate in scientific deliberations, resulting in a significant increase in the number of podium presenters. To fulfill the aspirations of members from affiliated states, he helped to establish midterm AIOS conference to be held every year in places where annual AIOS conference can't be held for want of logistics. Dr. Lalit's contribution to AIOS goes far beyond the conference. He helped to establish state awards for the first time to acknowledge exemplary work done by state societies in science, education, and practice of ophthalmology. 60 travel fellowships have been introduced to encourage young members to present their work in national and international forums. He encouraged more and more initiatives to increase public awareness of eye diseases and their timely treatment, as well as the creation of an ocular adverse events registry for the benefit of fellow ophthalmologists. Dr. Lalit's vision, leadership, and tireless dedication have made a lasting impact on AIOS and the field of ophthalmology. His legacy will continue to inspire and guide us as we strive to serve the needs of ophthalmologists and patients in India and beyond. Long live AIOS.
Over to you, sir.
At the outset, let me congratulate the entire LOC for this wonderful arrangements here. And 3 cheers for LOC team led by Shashi Kumar and Sai. And also congratulate the entire scientific committee led by Dr. Partho Biswas for this wonderful scientific program. Because believe me, without these 2 things, this function is not very significant. So therefore, at the outset, I thought let me congratulate. Good evening, everyone. Honorable Chief Guest, Shri E. Sreedharan ji, Honorable Guest of Honor, Advocate A.N. Shamseer, Speaker of the Kerala State Assembly. Also, Ms. Tiffany Brar, another Guest of Honor. Respective past presidents present in the gathering. Respective senior members of AIOS. Respected members of Managing Committee, Governing Council, OBSC, members of the National Committee, and LOC led by Dr. Shashi Kumar and Sai, and our President's guests, Dr. Hossain and Dr. Vishal Jhanji, and my dear friends and colleagues. You see, I took over as President of your society on 2nd of June at Mumbai 2022. And that was a very proud moment for me. When I was handed over the reins of AIOS by Dr. Nayak.
Thank you, Dr. Nayak, sir, for passing the baton.
At a glittering ceremony in Hotel Aioc, where in presence of all of you, I was handed over this reins, a big responsibility on my shoulders. Good evening, everyone. So, before I pass on the baton and heirs flame to my successor and my dear friend Dr. Harbansh Lal, I shall just take a couple of minutes to take you through the last year's journey. During my presidential address, I had made few proposals, and I'm delighted to share with you the progress made in a couple of these. You see, these are the highlighted things like midterm conference, public awareness, State Society Award, Prayogshala, then trauma registry, ocular adverse event registry, then Go Green concept and cash awards. You see, very proud moment for entire AIOS. We did the first midterm conference at Patna, and here are a couple of glimpses here, and 3 cheers for the Patna LOC. You see, this was the planning time staging going on, and the beautiful venue of Samrat Ashok Convention Center, and
and thanks to President Dr. Lalitama sir, Namrata ma'am.
These are a couple of glimpses of this magnificent conference we ever had, and thanks to those 5 musketeers, which I call, and they left no stone unturned to make this conference very, very successful. This was the trade exhibition there, and the thrust of midterm conference was not national symposium, was not instruction courses, but cases and cases by the younger colleagues and faculty invited talks. And also for the first time we did round table interactive sessions. And this was the thrust of the midterm conference. And I am very, very thankful, and 3 cheers for these 5 musketeers led by Pranav Ranjan, Vibhuti Sinha, Nilesh Mohan, Satyajit Sinha and Milind Kumar. Some of them are present, and I'm very, very proud of these people. The second initiative we took was of the public health initiative, because I always thought we have all the knowledge to, help people who are suffering from blindness, but somehow public may not be aware. So with the help of VRSI and also SARC Academy, we made this video. And for the first time, this was launched at a news channel also. This was a diabetic awareness.
वो सुबह की हलचल जब तू ऑफिस जाती थी, मामा ऑफिस के लिए लेट हो रही हूँ, तेरी ड्रेस के साथ अगर तेरी बिंदी मैच ना हो तो पूरा घर इकट्ठा कर लेती थी। मिल गई, कितना खुशी तो शामत। जिंदगी इन बारीकियों में ही है, इन पलों को संभाल के रखना, क्योंकि जब ये पल चले जाते हैं ना तो जिंदगी के सारे मजे ले जाते हैं। मामा, अंजलि, कड़ी चावल रेडी है, चलें?
Diabetes can affect your vision and cause blindness. Regular checkups, even if your vision is normal, can save vision loss caused by diabetic retinopathy. Check yearly, see clearly.
This was one video on diabetes which we had prepared and have been using for public awareness everywhere. Other thing which we had done was this series of public lectures for the awareness of public, and this was one such capture which was done at RP Center. Other thing which we did was multiple walks to make people aware, and this. And also arrange this diabetic eye disease run. This was at Nagpur with the cooperation of VRSI, where this session was held.
हाँ सर ले लूँ मैं लेता हूँ।
Such was the enthusiasm of all the ophthalmologists, and I'm sure we will continue all these activities in years to come also. The other thing which we started last year was this Best State Society Award. A basic aim was to encourage and motivate and to create competitive spirit in all the affiliate state societies to work for promotion of ophthalmology, scientific activities, public awareness activities in their respective states. And this was the objective pro forma which we had prepared and distributed through the managing committee members. You see, and all the affiliate states were divided into 5 categories: less than 100, more than 1500, and so on and so forth. In category 1, where there were less than 100 members, 11 states, unfortunately, we did not receive any report. In the category 2, where membership was 100 to 500, 7 states, we received reports from J&K, Chandigarh, and Jharkhand. And I'm thankful to the managing committee members of the respective states and the reports submitted to the AS office. And Chandigarh Film Society, again, thankful to Jaspreet and Chintan for reports being submitted. And based on this, all the cumulative data were accumulated. This was from Jharkhand. And in this category, the winner based on these activities was Jharkhand. And 3 cheers for Jharkhand Ophthalmology Society for pursuing this cause. And they will be awarded this certificate here in this inauguration. In the third category of 500 to 1,000 members, there are 6 states, and our office received report from Odisha and Haryana. Thankful again to Dr. Subudhi and Dr. Sabyasachi, and activities reports submitted are here in front of you. And also from Haryana, Dr. Taneja and Dr. Inder, and these reports came to our office. And based on this category, the clear winner was Odisha State Ophthalmology Society. And they also will be awarded here. Category 4 was between 1,000 to 1,500 states, and here 4 states were there, and Kerala and Andhra Pradesh, we received regular reports. Thanks again to Dr. Radharaman and Dr. Thomas for facilitating this report submission. And you see these glimpses and how much enthusiasm. This was Andhra Pradesh submitting all these educational activities and scientific activities, and based on this, Kerala emerged as a winner based on all the activities. Thank you so much. And this will again be awarded here. And last category was based on 1,500, more than 1,500, 6 states received report from Delhi and Maharashtra. And I would encourage all these states to participate in all these educational activities. I'm sure they are doing, but somehow the reports we didn't receive. And thankful to Dr. Jeevan Titayal and Dr. Vanati, reports submitted, and also managing committee members of Maharashtra who were very, very regular in submitting reports and hands-on PG teaching program, awareness rallies. So many programs Maharashtra did, and based on this, Maharashtra was declared the winner for this category. But if you compare all these 4 categories and compare based on this objective performa, Kerala emerged as the national winner. So congratulations to Kerala as to emerge as winner of the presidential trophy for the best national state society. And I am always obliged to the members of the managing committee for facilitating all this. Travel fellowships were launched by AIUS and the interest out of the money what we invested in FD, and it was clearly basically to facilitate travel for young ophthalmologists who somehow do not have the means to facilitate their travel internationally. And very happy to share with you the 12 members who applied, they got this, and they traveled to UAE, Dubai, Rome, Singapore, to Malaysia also, and they have been given, some of them have been given and some of them will be given after they submit the documents. And I will encourage all the members to make use of this funds which we have at AIUS. Other thing, we are very happy to collaborate with YOSI, because youth is the future of Indian ophthalmology, and very happy to say that AIUS has been collaborating with YOSI. Dr. Divakant and Dr. Karan, they facilitated, Dr. Digvijay Singh did an open YOSI forum. And this was a couple of glimpses because YOSI are catering to whatever problems YOSI is facing, and we all have to mentor these people so that they become future great ophthalmologists and leaders. Seen by the enthusiasm of the skill transfer courses which we had launched when I was chairman of the Scientific Committee, we thought, why not? Why not we have a permanent facility at AIS headquarters, and we inaugurated in the presence of managing committee members this AIS Prayogshala, which is there on the 3rd floor of AIS headquarters, and we plan to run monthly activities there. This was the inauguration. And you see the enthusiasm of people. This was the first edition of AIS Prayogshala. All the members, there are 7 cubicles which have been made, and surgical simulators also was installed. And now AIS has bought microscopes and machines for itself, and we plan to take this forward in a big way. Even DSAC, DAL were all taught. Another activity which we did in the last year was the photo gallery and library, because once Dr. Nayak did this commendable job of getting us a possession certificate, because before that we couldn't do anything. But once we got this completion certificate, thanks to Professor Nayak for all this, we established a photo gallery and the library in the basement. And this is the some pictures of that. And with the help of Ocular National OTSI, Ocular Trauma Society of India, and iGates, a MOU was facilitated by them, and National Ocular Trauma Registry was formed, to which AIS was signatory. And I thank Dr. Grover, Dr. Bhasin, Dr. Shakeen Singh, and so many other people. And we did, visited this NHRC office, thanks to the efforts of Dr. Bhasin here, and did sign an MOU there. And this MOU, the beauty of this MOU was that this MOU was ultimately signed by NHRC chairman and circulated to all the secretaries of Government of India as an advisory to prevent or minimize or mitigate ocular trauma. So I'm very thankful to OTSI for helping in this regard. An unfortunate incident of TAS occurred, which was, faced by a lot of our members, and AIS immediately swung into action. And we took help of all the state societies in this, and immediately first communication was sent to members to refrain those batches of IOL which had TAS. And subsequently, an open forum was, called for, and a lot of specialists were called for to discuss the way forward, how to take this forward. And what was advised was to send these batches of samples which we received at AIS office. Also wrote a letter to DCGI, and subsequently a TAS registry was formed. And 9 or 10 steps were taken by AIUS, and I should appreciate the efforts done by our secretary, Dr. Namrata Sharma here, who sent all these samples, and these are the various steps taken by AIUS. And last, we also sent sample for pyrogen testing to Germany also. And subsequently, this, on the advice of members, this registry of tasks has been now converted into ocular adverse event registry, because this registry should remain on AIS website for a long time, so that any member who encounters any adverse effect by any of the equipment or whatever can, can lodge a complaint, or then we can swing into action. Other thing our GC did for the first time ever, no printing, no courier. This was primarily, I think, brainchild of Dr. Kirti, Dr. Grover, and Dr. Kuresh Maskati. And we, for the first time in AIUS, adopted a Go Green concept, that we decrease the number of prints, decrease the courier charges. This, believe me, saves more than 1 crore rupees for AIUS. Huge saving for AIUS, less trees cut, and this is the minimal contribution of AIUS towards reduction of carbon print. Other thing which was decided was no cash awards to be given from henceforth, and whatever people earn, no money will be given, but that money will be utilized for registration, travel, or stay of the winner. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I finish my journey into IIS, I actually became very emotional at that time. 64 years, I'm 64 years of age, and having spent 18 years at school, 26 years at AIMS, and 20 years at Center for Sight. And out of the 60, more than 25 years have been spent in the service of AIUS. Have been through, various posts, thanks to blessings of all these seniors here. I'm really very thankful to all of you. And as secretary, we could do a couple of initiatives as headquarters, membership, record funds collection, FICO introduction, new C formula for rotation of the conference, and record number of MOUs signed, and also presidential dinner. As chairman scientific committee, what our committee could initiate was maximal participation, skill transfer courses, subspecialty capsules, endowment lectures, international heroes, credit point system, travel fellowships, poster podium presentation, and walk the talk. And during this last year, we could introduce some of these activities. Believe me, I still believe the AIUS is sitting at a very high pedestal, but the best of AIUS has yet to come. And I wish all the very best to this new team. And I'm really grateful and thankful to a lot of my seniors, late Dr. H.K. Tiwari and late Dr. Babu Rajendran. To my seniors, presidents, Dr. Natarajan, Dr. Mahipal, Dr. Barun Kumar Naik. And thanks to my entire team of governing council, Dr. Harbansh, Dr. Samar, Dr. Namrata, Rajesh Sinha, Partha Biswas, Chitra, Santosh, Arup, and immediate past friend Dr. Naik. And no words to express my thanks to the entire AIS staff led by Mr. Kripal and team. I would like 3 cheers for these people. Believe me, they are the backbone of any society. Really emotional today, but feel blessed and fortunate that you gave me this opportunity to serve AIS in different capacities. And really, I will take this opportunity to go before you. Really thankful to you, all of you. And before I hand over the reins to my dear friend, I'll take this opportunity to speak few words about my dear friend. A very simple man, I would say in one word. Very, very simple man. Very, very honest man. Away from the glitter. Away from any awards of AIUS. Believes more in common sense than by any rule book. You show him the rules, when your rule side mein rakho. Common sense se baat karta hai. This is what is Harbansh Lal for you. I'll show a small, clip here.
Dr. Harbansh Lal is a man who came from humble beginnings, born to parents who were partition migrants. His father suffered from disc prolapse and partial lower limb paralysis, which forced the family to move to Renuput and open a small roadside shop to make ends meet. Despite these challenges, Dr. Lal persevered and began helping his father in the shop from a young age, eventually working as a hawker and traveling extensively to neighboring towns and states to sell his wares. Dr. Lal's dedication to his studies was remarkable. Despite having to study amidst noise and traffic on the roadside under a Petromax lamp, he excelled academically and became the topper of his school by the time he reached class 8. He was loved by his teachers and colleagues and was known for his confidence. He became the first boy from his area and school to be selected for medical college, ranking 9th in the state in the medical entrance exam. His achievement was the talk of the town, and everyone was impressed by his success. During medical college, Dr. Lal was a fun-loving student who enjoyed picnics, parties, and watching movies. Despite his carefree attitude, Dr. Lal is a talented surgeon and wrote a popular book on phacoemulsification, which is still widely used today. Dr. Lal's desire to contribute to society led him to become actively involved in the Delhi Ophthalmological Society and the All India Ophthalmological Society. He served as the secretary of the DOS from 2005 to 2007, during which time he helped take the society to new heights. He was responsible for organizing conferences, chairing the scientific committee, and editing the DOS Times. He also played a key role in organizing live surgical workshops and lectures on phacoemulsification, sharing his expertise with residents and fellows across the country. Dr. Harbansh Lal made significant contributions to the All India Ophthalmological Society during his tenure. He was elected as a member of the scientific committee in 2002 and later became joint secretary in 2005. In 2008, he was appointed as treasurer and, along with the speaker, worked towards improving the financial health of the society. He introduced the concept of a fixed rate per square meter for sponsored areas at the annual conference, making the entire process transparent for the benefit of the society. Additionally, he played a vital role in the reconstruction of the AIOS headquarters, which was in poor condition. Despite his accomplishments, he remains humble and enjoys spending time with his social groups, including his family, friends, and various organizations. Despite facing many challenges along the way, Dr. Lal never gave up. His success is a testament to his resilience, hard work, and dedication to his craft. Dr. Lal is a brilliant surgeon, a dedicated teacher, and a kind and compassionate human being. With his honesty and great company, Dr. Harbansh Lal will lead AIOS to a revolutionary year. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to present him as our next president.
You see, this is Dr. Harbansh Lal. Couple of photographs which I could gather, although he didn't provide any photographs to me. This is the photographs of Harbansh Lal when he was in college. As I told, he wrote an excellent book which is still followed everywhere. And you see a couple of CME series, PCT, and Guide to Phacoemulsification. At DOS and AIOS, he actually revolutionized a lot of activities. And one of them was, objectivity in trade collection. And it is his idea that we should go by per square meter, and formula was his brainchild, so that we could have, anybody can go on the website and find out how much trade contribution is there, because each square meter has a rate there. And what you see, this magnificent building headquarter was his idea. At a cursory meeting when when he and me were together as a team, he said, "Lali, isko tod dete hain." मैंने कहा मजाक कर रहा है, तोड़ देते हैं कैसे तोड़. So it was his idea and brainchild that this got converted into such a magnificent building, which we are all proud of today. So, despite all his professional commitments, he is still a family man. Here we see him enjoying with his granddaughter, children, wife, and his friendship, you all know, he has no bounds. Plus, he's a fun man. He does not hesitate to dance. At last, I will conclude by saying,
कौन कहता है दोस्ती बर्बाद करती है, निभाने वाले मिल जाएं तो दुनिया याद करती है, नजर ना लगे इस रिश्ते को जमाने की, हमारी भी तमन्ना है मौत तक दोस्ती निभाने की, ना तमन्ना है सितारों की, ना चाहत है निज़ारों की। जब आप जैसा दोस्त मिले, फिर क्या ज़रूरत है हज़ारों की।
So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with a standing ovation a great human, a great friend, Dr. Harbansh Lal as your next president. And I'm sure he will start his innings with a big six.
Thank you, Dr. Lalit Verma, sir, for your human services to AIOS for the last many years and a phenomenal last year. And it is my proud privilege now to request Dr. Lalit Verma to install the incoming President, Dr. Harbansh Lal, by bestowing the traditional AIOS President's Collar. I now request the President, Dr. Lalit Verma, to hand over the newly introduced concept of the AIOS flame to the incoming President, Dr. Harbansh Lal. Thank you, sir. I now request the revered chief guest, Mr. E. Sreedharan, and Speaker of Kerala Legislative Assembly, Advocate Sri A.N. Shamseer, to present the AIOS memento and Dr. K.R. Datta memento to the incoming President, Dr. Harbansh Lal. Thank you, sir, for doing the honors. I now request the President, All India Ophthalmological Society, Dr. Harbansh Lal, to deliver his presidential address.
Before I start my address, I would like to assure Dr. Lalit Verma, my dear friend, though your dedication and your work had been exemplary, I don't think many people can match it, but we will try to live up to your expectation. And in fact, today's my present address is a little bit more of challenge for myself and challenge for my team for coming days. Initially, I thought I'll talk more about the life, philosophy of the life and what we should do as an ophthalmologist. But then I thought the way Lalit Verma expects from me and many of my friends hope from me. So I should focus more on what we should do for the society. So with this, and I'll be very brief, and just in few minutes I'll be finishing it. Honorable Chief Guest Padam Vibhushan Shri Sreedharan ji, Honorable Guest of Honor Advocate Shri A.N. Shamseer ji, Guest of Honor Ms. Tiffany Brar, President Guest Dr. Vishal Jhanji and Dr. Hosam Jada, dignitaries on the dais, office bearers of AIOS, members of AIOS committee, respected past presidents, seniors, my colleagues and friends. At the outset, let me express my heartfelt gratitude to the members of All India Ophthalmological Society for bestowing me this honor of leading the society as its president. I am truly humbled. I feel greatly honored to be standing here today and welcoming you all to the God's own country, Kochi. It's my proud privilege to address illustrious member of this society. All India Ophthalmological Society today is most vibrant society in the country because of active participation of all of you. And the pride of our society is full functional state-of-the-art multi-story headquarter building at Delhi. The dream was converted into reality because of you people. I would be failing in my duties if I do not salute my elected predecessors for laying the norms and rules for functioning of this society. I would also like to thank Dr. Lalit Verma for the lovely introduction. We are friends forever. We are absolutely contrasting personality. He is fully organized, plans everything to the minutest of the details and much in advance, but I am not. But still, we never had any fight or disagreement. All the differences were sorted out smoothly. This was possible because of one reason, that is mutual respect. Love and affection, understanding, friendship, everything follows if you respect each other in any relationship. So my friends, it is very important to respect all relationship, whatever you have in your life. I would also like to thank the local organizing committee of IUSC 2023, led by Dr. Sashi Kumar, Dr. Sai Kumar, Dr. Radharaman, Dr. Gopal Pillai, and Dr. Srini, for making wonderful arrangements to make IUSC 2023 a memorable event for all of us. I have very ambitious plan for the development of ophthalmology and ophthalmologists. Let me enumerate some of my plans. Training the teachers or the trainers. There is a large variation in the postgraduate training in our country, and IIS should find and reward the best faculty in the country and use their talent to train the others. PG teaching lectures will be kept throughout the year, twice a week, avoiding the major conferences. And after the feedback from the students, best teachers will be selected for the teachers training program. A 2-day dedicated conference would be organized for teachers to discuss and learn about the teaching skills. This would ensure that every college has excellent teachers. Nothing comes closer to the personal teaching and interaction. However, we may have Zoom meetings. Research and publication and multicentric trials. The volume and quality of work being done in India is excellent. However, we need good coordination for multicentric trials. In order to have a final impact in the world of ophthalmology, IOS should grant funds and give support to individuals and institutions for research and publication to enhance our global image. Financial literacy. Many doctors have an extremely poor understanding of finances. Those who understand finances grow many times more than the others. There should be a highly qualified retainer or permanent employee of the IOS to help advise and guide its members regarding financial management and investment. Management skills and human resource development. Doctors also need to learn management skill to manage their practice. I hope that in the coming days in the MBBS curriculum, one subject of the management and the finances are also included. How we manage our center is equally important, if not more, than how we treat our patients. The patients and relatives interact more with the staff than with the doctor. It is particularly important for the patients to have a wonderful experience at your clinic. Maintaining inventory, receiving payments from TPA, CGSS, from many other organizations, record keeping, cleanliness, hygiene, equipment, maintenance, marketing, all these needs a sound knowledge of management. and human resource development. Human resource is one of the most important components of any successful business. How to employ, train, and retain staff needs special skills and aptitude. The learning curve for this can be shortened by proper training. There should be a regular online classes and have half-yearly physical conferences for the same. Group practice. We all know that the optimal utilization of the equipment and space can be achieved by group practice alone. There are many successful models running in India, but most of us do not understand how to go about it. There are many questions and doubts in our mind. How to find the right partner, who is going to invest the money, how to distribute the patients, working hours, money. When one is a LASIK surgeon, other is a VR surgeon, there is a huge difference in the operating time. One may be senior surgeon, the other may be junior. In case two partners don't get along well later, an exit policy should be in place even before they start. There is a need for an expert to make proper legal documents to avoid any future conflicts. Aioc should have a panel of doctors to advise the young ophthalmologists of all ages, expert staff to prepare legal documents, and counselor for the conflict resolution. Patents and marketing of innovation. Indian ophthalmology has a plethora of brilliant and innovative minds and the ability to invent new techniques and devices, but complex innovation needs support from the professionals from the other fields such as engineering, chemistry, biomedical engineering. Aioc should identify and have an understanding with these professionals to provide support to our young innovators. Aioc should take up the responsibility of patenting and the innovations globally. This is my very ambitious plan of Aioc think tank, which we thought we can call it advisory board. We need to use the talent and intellect of the great minds in India. We need to set up a nominated members comprising of the eminent researchers, publishers, authors, practitioners, teachers, surgeons, administrators. These members should do brainstorming for 2 to 3 days. They should be physically present and think twice a year or once a year to advise the Aioc Governing Council. The logistic of such a meeting should be looked after by the All India Ophthalmological Society. The Governing Council should take inputs not only from this think tank but all other members have years. Look into the logistic and set a roadmap for its achievement by directing the executive team. Dynamic ebook. We will have a dynamic ebook on all the subjects on our website. This dynamic ebook will be authored by members of the Aioc and will be updated from time to time. Suppose I have written a chapter, anybody wants to add or does not agree can write his comments below that. Maybe up to 10 comments can be included. Lead author may edit his chapter anytime and can also incorporate the suggestions of the others, ophthalmologists with acknowledgement. And if the lead author does not change in 2, 3, 4, 5 years' time, there could be a time bar and anybody can change that topic again. Equipment and instrument bazaar. All the national and international companies will be able to display their products on this platform. They need to display their CMC, MC, and per visit charges and price of the equipment. Because even I have been suffering this. So their CMC is not, they give different charges to different persons, which is not fair. The company's phone number, email, and other contact details need to be displayed. This will give our manufacturer wider, not only national but international market, and ophthalmologists the opportunity to replace and replenish their stock around the year sitting at home. Aioc State Headquarters. Functioning of the Aioc has improved tremendously after building the Aioc headquarters. Every state society should have its headquarters with its permanent staff for the maintenance of records and continuity. This will also a smooth transition from one office bearer to the another and to take the society on the path of the continuous improvement and progress. If there is any state society willing to buy its headquarters, Aioc will financially support it. And this support could be 25% of the cost of the purchase or up to 50 lakh, up to the upper limit. So we'll encourage the state societies. We will put up this proposal into the GBM to get it passed. But we will definitely like to encourage the state societies to come forward, buy their property so that they can have a proper office and proper record keeping. And Aioc should partly support it financially. The another is the Women Redressal Forum. I think there are more and more women in ophthalmology now, nearly 70-80% postgraduates which are coming are women. So Women Redressal Forum will have the lawyer and the clinical psychologist on the panel besides the ophthalmologist. It will give psychological support to the women in ophthalmology and if need be, fight for them legally, whether it's in the workplace or at home. And this might look little funny, but when I talk to a lot of females, they really appreciated it. What I call is a nanny's registration. There are many young female ophthalmologists, when I talk to them, they say we are not able to attend the conference because they got to look after the child. And by the time their kids are grown up, they really feel out of the place. So we feel that we can actually do their nanny's registration, and their stay, food and logistic can be looked after by the Aioc. If they want to come and bring the child to the conference, we can, like our staff goes and stays, we can arrange their accommodation, their food, and bringing them to the venue and sending them back. I would like to express my love and gratitude to my wife Josna, my loving and caring Dr. Ikeda, and her husband Salil, with whom I can discuss anything under the sun. And my fun time, and the one I like the most is my lovely granddaughter Moira, and that is the ultimate pleasure we have in our life. I'm so thankful to the God for giving me such a wonderful family. I'm also indebted to a lot of friends, colleagues, state partners for their valuable support. I would also like to thank my friend in Aioc, Dr. Barun Nayak, Dr. Lalit Verma, Dr. Samar Kumar Basak, Dr. Namta Sharma, Dr. Rajesh Sinha, Dr. Partha Biswas, Dr. Chitta Ramamurthy, Dr. Roop Chakrabarti, Dr. Santosh Sonawar for their tremendous contribution, and look forward to a new team to support our vision. I also acknowledge the contribution of Mr. Kripal and entire Aioc staff for their uninterrupted support. I wish AIOC 2023 conference a great success. I am sure with the kind of hard work put in by our local organizing committee, power-packed content by Standing Committee, state-of-the-art show by our trade partners, and efforts of all wings of AIOC 2023 will be a memorable event. I know I have put an ambitious plan for the next year, but I am confident together we can achieve all this. At the end, I would like to bow my head to my parents, late Shri Kuvarban and late Srimati Shri Devi, who brought me on this earth, and to all my teachers who shaped me, and Almighty who guided me in my wonderful journey. Long live Aioc. Jai Hind. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for that power-packed and very inspiring presidential address. And now there is a slight change in the program because our guest of honor, Honorable Speaker Advocate Ain Shamseer, has to leave. So it is my pleasure to request our guest of honor to give his address.
Honorable President Dr. Harbansh Lal, Honorable Chief Guest Dr. Sreedharan, dignitaries sitting on and off the dais, and my dear friends. For me, it is a privilege and honor to be participate in this All India Ophthalmologics Conference. So, before this inauguration, you had circulated the schedule. As per the schedule, you had allotted me only 5 minutes to speak. So I can give assurance that I will conclude my speech within 5 minutes, because if I am the man who is controlling the Legislative Assembly. If anybody crosses the time, I am the person who is ringing the bell. So myself, I will control, and I will conclude my speech within 5 minutes. At the welcome session, welcome address, Mr. Doctor has clearly mentioned about the attack against the young doctor. I am coming after attending the cremation of that young doctor, Dr. Vandana Das. And also, I was there yesterday also. I met her parents, I met her relatives. So it was very unfortunate. And the IMA, Indian Medical Association, has met our Chief Minister today morning. And also the medical community is discussing with the Chief Minister regarding this issue. The doctors community has met me several times to make the bill. So I can give one assurance before this medical community. Kerala government will stand along with the doctors and will protect you. In future, no attacks will be against the doctors. In a prudent society, it should not be entertained. Attacking the doctors is attacking against the society. So it should be condoned. That's why the whole Kerala people is standing with you. Yesterday's unfortunate incident was very unfortunate. The accused has been arrested. we assure one thing, the accused should be punished. And at the same time, I'm attending this conference, this ophthalmology conference. Among the doctors, ophthalmologists are very, very blessed. You ask why? Because in lifetime, everybody has to meet ophthalmologist. Now I'm in a 40 club, I meet ophthalmologist, and I'm using specs. For 50s is new 30s, 60s is no 40s. But every human being has to meet once in a lifetime or twice in a lifetime in front of an ophthalmologist. But as per my calculation, I come in front of an ophthalmologist at my 40s. But I can say one thing, is maybe it may be a stupid thing or not. I can say by nowadays the people are using mobile, laptop, iPad, and all are using so. So your work will increase. The people should approach at the time of 20 or 30 before you. So ophthalmology conference, I'm not continuing my speech. I can say one thing, Kerala, there are a lot of appreciation got from your former president about Kerala. Kerala is number one in health. The last 7 years, we had started a lot of developments in health sectors, exclusively in public health centers. We started cath labs, we started dialysis units. The Kerala health system, public health system is competing with the corporates. With proud we can say Kerala health system is competing and Kerala is number one for health. Why so? We had good doctors, we had good dedicated doctors. They are working round the clock to serve the people. So Kerala is doing well. At the time of COVID, we had done a great job. Our honorable former health minister, K.K. Shaila teacher, get a global appraisal from across the world. She got. And also our chief minister also got a lot of appraisal. As per the Kerala model, we had started public health centers. It has been converted into family health center. We are providing doctors 24/7. They are working there. That is public health center. The people who is staying in rural area, they are approaching to the public health centers. And also our strategy is those who, only the person who has to approach the Taluk hospital or in the medical colleges, they have severe diseases, only can approach there. That is our strategy. Anyhow, we are doing well. And also, we are trying our best to improve the health of the Kerala people. I'm not speaking about the ophthalmology because you people are very much aware about ophthalmology. If I speak about ophthalmology, there is an usage in Malayalam, Kadapurthu Puyarka, unloading sand in the beach. So it may happen like that. So I'm not continuing my speech. I am treating this invitation as a privilege, not only for me, to entire Kerala legislatures. I am the part of Kerala Legislative Assembly. I come here. So once again, before I concluding, I express my sincere gratitude, and also I hope this conference will become a big success. As per the prima facie is the term used in legal term, prima facie. By looking to the prima facie in this session, I can understand it has already become a big success. So I am felicitating this event will become a big success. By these words, I conclude my speech. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that address. I think we need leaders like you who rise to the occasion at the time of crisis and believe in action and make things happen. And thanks again for taking out time from your busy schedule to be with us here today. Thank you so much. AIOS is honored and blessed to have stalwarts who, with their exceptional talent and dedication, have made a seminal contribution in the field of ophthalmology. As a mark of respect to these stalwarts, AIOS confers the Lifetime Achievement Award each year to acknowledge their immense contribution in the field of ophthalmology. AIOS is honored to confer the Lifetime Achievement Award this year to Dr. Ranabir Mukherjee. No words are enough to introduce Dr. Ranabir Mukherjee, who, as a teacher, surgeon, and academician, has inspired generations of ophthalmologists. Dr. Ranabir Mukherjee could not be with us here today. However, he accepts this award and sends his greetings. Dr. Ranbir Mukherjee, currently aged 95 years, was born in Dhaka and was active in India's freedom struggle even as a student. He graduated from Kolkata Medical College in 1953, did his MS from Lucknow University, PhD from Calcutta University, and was also conferred FRC off from London. He served from 1955 to 1988 in Calcutta National Medical College and retired as professor and head of the department. He founded the Eye Care and Research Center, International Eye Bank. He is the founder of Force and the Aioc. He's president of Association of Prevention of Blindness. He's been president of OSWB and also president of All India Ophthalmological Society in 2000. As AIOS president, he took lead in registering AIOS as a society under the Societies Act of India and is one of the founder signatories in the AIOS Constitution. As an educationist, he was member of the prestigious The Senate of Calcutta University, published 70 scientific papers, received Distinguished Service Award of the Asia Pacific Academy of Ophthalmology, was on the editorial board of Afro-Asian Journal of Ophthalmology, and he's the founder fellow of IMA Academy of Medical Specialities. Presently, he is retired, staying at his residence in Kolkata. I request Dr. Ratish Paul and Dr. Subhashish Nag, Managing Committee member representatives from OSWB in AIOS, to receive the Lifetime Achievement Award on his behalf. I request our chief guest to do the honors. Okay. It is my pleasure to invite Dr. Abhijit Ghosh to receive the Lifetime Achievement Award on behalf of Dr. Ranbir Mukherjee. AIOS is honored to confer the second Lifetime Achievement Award to none other than Dr. N.S.D. Raju, who is the past president of All India Ophthalmological Society, is from Kochi and receives the award on his home ground. We have a brief video on his life which says it all.
Dr. N.S.G. Raju is one of the country's most renowned and senior ophthalmologists. Currently, he is the medical director of Dr. N.S.D. Raju's Eye Hospital, formerly Ranjini Eye Hospital, which is India's first NABA accredited hospital in the category of small healthcare institutions. Dr. Raju is an eminent ophthalmologist who pioneered intraocular lens surgery in the country. In 1979, he took his master's in ophthalmology from Trivandrum Medical College. Dr. Raju had a short-term fellowship in medical retina from the University of Wisconsin in 1989 and an anterior segment fellowship from Tokyo, Japan with Dr. Akira Mamose. He regularly participated in a one-month refresher workshop on anterior segment surgery at the University of California, San Francisco under the head of ophthalmology, Dr. Steve Kramer, and head of oculoplasty, Dr. Stuart Seif. Dr. Raju, or NSD, as he is fondly addressed, started his professional career as an ophthalmic surgeon in the government health services. He is one of the first IOL surgeons in the country. He introduced and popularized peribulbar anesthesia in India 30 years ago. Dr. N.S.G. Raju's contribution to All India Ophthalmological Society and Indian ophthalmology has been quite phenomenal. He served the AIOS in various capacities, including managing committee member, the member of scientific committee. Dr. Raju was elected as the editor of proceedings in 2002 Dr. Raju became the Vice President of All India Ophthalmological Society in 2010 and subsequently was installed as the President of AIOS in the year 2012. As President of AIOS, he established AIOS resource centers in all the states and regional ophthalmic conferences. Dr. NSD introduced the Professional Protection Scheme for AIOS members in collaboration with Indian Medical Association. Dr. Raju is the recipient of many awards, including the Best Video Award of the American Academy of Ophthalmology. Dr. Raju has made a significant contribution to the prevention of blindness in the country and he is actively involved in community ophthalmology. Dr. NSG Raju is also an accomplished singer of Mukesh songs. He is well versed in Hindustani music and he has a passion for ghazals and sings ghazals of Mehdi Hassan. His wife, Manikuti, is a retired mathematics teacher. He has two children. His son, Dr. Biju Raju, is a renowned vitreoretinal surgeon. His daughter, Dr. Anju S. Raju, is a senior medical retina specialist in Oman. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Dr. NSG Raju, one of the pioneers in Indian ophthalmology, who relishes in treating patients with passion and compassion.
I invite the chief guest to do the honors, please. Dr. NSD Raju. Can we all stand up for the Lifetime Achievement Awardee, please? Beginning from this year, we have instituted the Dr. Lalit Verma Pearl Award based on popularity, education, academic, research, and leadership credentials in ophthalmology. The first recipient of the Dr. Lalit Verma Pearl Award goes to Dr. Rohit Shetty, the renowned clinician scientist and vice chairman of Narayan Netralaya, Bangalore, who has inspired the young ophthalmologists of the country. Dr. Rohit Shetty. I now invite the Chairman Scientific Committee, AIOS, Dr. Partha Vishwas, to announce the scientific awards.
Good evening, and it gives me great pleasure to announce the scientific awards. And I would request Mr. Sreedharan sir to give away the awards along with our AIOS President and AIOS immediate past President, Dr. Lalit Verma. The first of the awards, and it's a very, very prestigious award, the AIOS LP Agarwal Endowment Lecture Award 2023 goes to Dr. G. Chandrasekhar, Vice Chair Emeritus, L.V. Prasad Eye Institute, Chair of Director of Education in 2003, was in recognition for his contributions as the Director of Education at L.V. Prasad Eye Institute. He is visiting professor at University of California, San Diego, USA. Welcome, sir, for the award. give a rousing applause, please, for this wonderful, wonderful human being, a great teacher, and a state-of-the-art glaucoma specialist from India. The AIOS Daljeet Singh Endowment Lecture 2023 award goes to Dr. Debashish Bhattacharya, founder chairman of Disha Eye Hospitals, West Bengal, 18 hospitals. Disha does 1.5 lakh surgeries and treats 12 lakh patients per year. He is past president of All India Ophthalmological Society. I would request you to put your hands together for these very important people in ophthalmology from India. The AIOS SS Badrinath Endowment Lecture 2023 award goes to Dr. Badrinath's most favorite student, Professor S. Natarajan, Padma Shri from President of India in 2013, past President of AIOS, Managing Trustee of Kamala Sundaram Foundation, Chairman Sundaram Natarajan Blind Free India Foundation, and at present, Treasurer of ICO. The AIOS P. Namparmal Swami Endowment Lecture Award 2023 goes to Dr. Colonel Madhu Bhaduria, Director, Regional Institute of Ophthalmology, Eye Hospital, Sitapur. The lady who took Sitapur in its next innings and gave a wonderful facade to this historical institute of Sitapur. It's again my very, very proud privilege to call upon this very important award, the AIOS Gulapalli Rao Endowment Lecture 2023 award. And again, it goes to one of his very favorite students, Dr. Virendra Singh Sangwan sir, consultant ophthalmologist in Dr. Shroff Charity Eye Hospital, Delhi. He worked as field medical director at Orbis International, New York, chief fellow, immunology and uveitis service of Harvard Medical School, Boston, adjunct associate professor of ophthalmology, University of Rochester, New York, USA. A big round of applause for this cornea specialist who has given cornea a new dimension. I come to the next set of awards, and these are the general awards. The AIOS P. Avasthi Award goes to Dr. Harsha Bhattacharya for distinct work in community ophthalmology. He is the founder, medical director, trustee, Sri Shankardeva Netralaya, Guwahati. AIOS P. Shiva Reddy International Award 2022 and the joint winner, Dr. Vijaya Lingam, for her population-based study in India, prevalence, incidence, and risk factors for glaucoma. She is currently working as Distinguished Senior Consultant, Shankar Netralaya, Chennai, for more than 3 decades. Give a very, very warm welcome to Madam. The AIOS P. Shiva Reddy International Award 2022 also goes to Dr. Anand Vinekar for his work on KIT ROP, Professor and Head of Department of Pediatric Retina Services at Narayana Netralaya, Bangalore, Founding Program Director of KidROP, India's first tele-ROP program. A big hand of applause for this young gentleman who has taken the world by the storm. AIOS Adenwala Award 2022 goes to Dr. A.K. Mandal, Impact on Children with Primary Congenital Glaucoma. Dr. Mandal is Senior Glaucoma Consultant, LVPI, Hyderabad. He is also the winner of Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Award for Excellence in Science from the Government of India 2003. Welcome, sir. And now we come to the AIOS Colonel Rangachari Award 2022, and it goes to one of our youngest members, Dr. Rolika Bansal, for her work, Local Tumor Control by Adjuvant Plaque Brachytherapy in Conjunctival Melanoma. A big, big round of applause for these youngsters who do research work and go up to the top awards, competing with everyone. The AIOS CS Reshmi Award 2022 goes to Dr. Kasturi Bhattacharya for her work Emerging Digital Technology for Precise Orbital Surgery at the Microscale Beyond Current Confines. Dr. Kasturi must have won all the awards of AIOS Scientific Committee by now. A big, big round of applause for her. The AIOS E.T. Selvam Award 2022 goes to Dr. Simaranjan Singh for his work Ocular Venous Air Embolism during Vitrectomy for Stage 5 retinopathy of prematurity. Welcome, Simar. You choose to come from the other side of the stage, and you should stay as long enough for ever winning all the awards. A big round of applause, please. Thank you very much.
I now request Chairman, Academic and Research Committee, Dr. Chitra Ramamurthy, to announce the ARC awards, which are to be presented to the young ophthalmologists. I invite Ms. Tiffany Brar to do the honors.
I take this wonderful opportunity to call Dr. Toshit Varshne to receive his first prize in the ARC Young Researchers Award session. Congratulations, Dr. Toshit. A travel scholarship for international conference of rupees 1 lakh, and his abstract was correlating selective laser trabeculoplasty outcomes with anterior segment OCT features in patients with juvenile onset primary open angle glaucoma. It gives me great pleasure to announce the second prize for this ARC Young Researchers Award session of 2022 to Dr. Shobit Verma, a travel scholarship for international conference of rupees 55,000, and his abstract was high resolution optical coherence tomography, angiography characteristics of limbal stem cell deficiency.
I now invite Editor General, All India Ophthalmological Society, Dr. Santosh Honavar, to announce the highest IGO award. And I request the chief guest and the esteemed guest to do the honors.
Every year, Indian Journal of Ophthalmology recognizes the best of its publications with Platinum, Gold, and Silver awards. Platinum Award is presented here, and it goes to Dr. Samrat Chatterjee from MGM Eye Institute, Raipur, for his work on fluoroquinolone resistance in bacterial isolates in ocular infections, trend in antibiotic susceptibility patterns between 2005 and 2020. Samrat and his co-authors. Congratulations.
Thank you, Santosh. Each year, the sponsors and the trade in ophthalmic field play an important role in the success of any annual conference. As a mark of appreciation, we would like to give the trade award for the last conference, AIOC 2022 DreamCon at Mumbai, and this award goes to the CARE Group. I request the past president AIOS, Dr. Barun Kumar Naik, outgoing president Dr. Lalit Verma, and the president AIOS, Dr. Harbansh Lal, to do the honors. Yes, please. Mr. Laldave will take the, you have to go there. Will take the award for the CARE Group, Mr. Laldave and his team. To standardize the subspecialty teaching in ophthalmology, AIOS conducts the unique program of granting FICO, that is Fellow of All India Collegium of Ophthalmology, in various subspecialties in ophthalmology. I would like to call upon Dr. A.K. Grover, Chairman of the FICO Board, on the stage for this set of awards. I request our Chief Guest to give away the honorary FICO awards. It is an honor and proud privilege for AIOS to confer the honorary FICO award by nomination to renowned ophthalmologists. The first award is given to Dr. P.N. Nagpal, founder and medical director, Retina Foundation, Ahmedabad, a doyen in ophthalmology. I think he's not here, and this award would be sent to him. The second award by nomination goes to Dr. Abhay Kumar R. Vasavada, founder director, Raghudeep Eye Hospital and Ila Devi Cataract and Eye Research Center, another giant in the field of ophthalmology in cataract and phacoemulsification. I think Dr. Shail Vasavada, his son, would collect the award on his behalf. As is customary, we would like to confer honorary FICO award on our presidential guests. The first award goes to our presidential guest, Dr. Hussein Zada from Cairo, Egypt. Professor Hussein Zada is Faculty of Medicine at Al-Azhar University, Cairo, and is Associate Professor in this university. He heads the cornea and refractive surgery in this hospital. He is also the president of the Egypt chapter of International Society of Manual Small Incision Cataract Surgeons. I would like to call upon our second presidential guest, Dr. Vishal Jhanji, professor in Pittsburgh University, USA, and RP Center alumnus, for the honorary FICO award. It is my privilege to announce the FICO awardees by selection. Professor Sudarshan Khokar in the field of refractive surgery, who is currently the head of Unit Cataract and Refractive Surgery Services at Dr. Rajendra Prasad Center for Ophthalmic Sciences, AIMS, New Delhi, and a surgeon par excellence. He's authored a textbook on art of refractive surgery and has published extensively in this field. Dr. Gaurav Luthra, who is the Medical Director, Drishti Eye Institute, Dehradun, in the field of cataract and phacoemulsification, and the award will be connected by his daughter, Dr. Anshika. The next FICO awardee in this category is Dr. Cyrus K. Mehta, who is currently the chief of Dr. Cyrus K. Mehta's International Eye Center, a surgeon par excellence and internationally acclaimed in the field of cataract and phacoemulsification. The next FICO awardee is Dr. Satyajit Sinha, Senior Anterior Segment Ophthalmologist at ABI Institute, Patna, in the field of cataract and phacoemulsification. He is also the member of East Zone Academic and Research Committee at AIOS. The next FICO awardee is Dr. Shrisha Kumar K, Senior Consultant Cornea Refractive and Cataract Services, the Eye Foundation, Coimbatore, in the field of cornea. We are still in the nostalgia of DreamCon 2022, and words are not enough to thank the local organizing committee of AIOSC 2022 for their excellent organization. I request our chief guest, Shri E. Sreedharan, Dr. Lalit Verma, Dr. Harbansh Lal, and Dr. Rajesh Sinha to give the AIOS Appreciation Awards to the organizers of AIOC 2022 Mumbai. I request Dr. T.P. Lane, Chairman, Dr. Barun Kumar Nayak, Organizing Secretary, Dr. Kuresh Maskati, Treasurer, Dr. Prashant Bhavankule, Member, and Dr. Parikshit Gogate, Member, to please come on the stage. So a round of applause to the organizers of LOC 2022. AIOS requires support from our industry partners, and as a mark of appreciation for their several years of contribution, appreciation certificates are being given to them. I request Dr. Lalit Verma to do the honors for our industry partners, and we would like to recognize the efforts of Mr. Ravi Mehra, the founder of Mehra iTech Private Limited, who joined the industry in November 1978, introduced the first computerized autoref in 1979, first chair unit in 1990, first trading company to get foreign investment, and continues as a single distributor for Topcon for last 44 years. Mr. Ravi Mehra from Mehra iTech. We would also like to give appreciation award to CIPLA for their continued support to the All India Ophthalmological Society, and I would like to call upon Mr. Nitish Pandey and team to collect the certificate. We would also like to give appreciation award to Appaswamy Associates for their continued support to AIOS, and I would like to call upon Appaswamy team to collect the certificate. Also like to give appreciation award to the care group for their continued support to AIOS. Mr. Laldave and team, can you please come forward? For their continued support, again, to the All India Ophthalmological Society, we would like to recognize the Entot Pharmaceuticals, Mr. Masurkar. And last in this category is the appreciation certificate to Alcon Laboratories for their continued support. So representative from Alcon is there. As already mentioned by Dr. Lalit Verma in his speech, from this year, we are giving the State Society Awards to percolate ophthalmology, scientific activities and guidelines to all across the country. And this is going to be given to the various affiliated state societies. So there are 5 categories basis the number of the AIOS members, and I request the dignitaries to do the honors. The President's Trophy in the category of 100 to 500 member goes to Jharkhand Ophthalmological Society. And I request the managing committee members from Jharkhand Ophthalmological Society as well as the President and Secretary to please collect the President's Trophy. The President's Trophy in the category 501 to 1000 member goes to Odisha State Ophthalmological Society. And I request Dr. B.N.R. Subudhi, Dr. Sabyasachi Patnaik, Dr. Santosh Mahapatra, Dr. Zahiruddin Khan and the Odisha team to please come on stage. The President's Trophy in the category of 1000 to 1500 member goes to the Kerala Society of Ophthalmic Surgeons. And I would request Dr. Radha Ramanan, Dr. Thomas Chirin, Dr. Arup Chakravarti, Dr. Sai Kumar and Dr. Kopal Pillai to please collect the trophy. So the President's Trophy in the category of more than 1500 members goes to Maharashtra Ophthalmological Society. And I request Dr. Prakash Marathe, Dr. Gopal Arora, Dr. Jignesh Taswala, Dr. Rajesh Doshi, Dr. Santosh Bhede, Dr. Anaga Arur, and the other representatives of the state to please collect the trophy. And finally, the overall President's Trophy for the best national state goes to our hosts of the conference, the Kerala Society of Ophthalmic Surgeons. So a huge round of applause for our hosts of the conference, the KSOS. Thank you, sirs, for doing the honors. It gives me immense pleasure now to announce the release of our AIOS resources. We are releasing the AIOS guidelines on the use of intracameral drugs in ophthalmology, a primer on the use of drugs in the anterior chamber of the eye in ophthalmology. We are also launching the OCT module in glaucoma, which has been coordinated by Professor Tanuj Dada from RP Center, AIMS, New Delhi, and I request him to please come on the stage. And we have also updated the AIOS Ready Reckoner, the third edition of which will be released, which is authored by Dr. Lalit Verma and Dr. Partha Bishwas. May I request all the dignitaries on the dais to please release the AIOS resources. Thank you so much for doing the honors. It is a pleasure to invite my very good friend and the presidential guest, Dr. Hussein Zada, Faculty of Medicine, Al Azhar University, Cairo, Egypt, for his address.
Peace upon all of you, everybody. Actually, I didn't prepare my speech, but I will talk with my feelings from my heart. I'd like to thank gratefully my dear friend and brother and teacher as well, Dr. Lalit Verma, for his kind invitation. Also, Dr. Harbanj, and wishing for him all the best in the new responsibility. Also, my deep thanks to my friends, Dr. Namarta, Dr. Rajesh, and forgive me if I forgot one of my friends. Really, I'd like to thank you gratefully for the generous invitation. I didn't feel that I am out of my country. Really, it's my home. It's my second home. I'm feeling the intimacy with all your kind love and your sincere friendship. Actually, it's the 10th time for me in India. And every time I'm coming, I'm learning something new. I'm always invited as an international speaker to teach, but actually I'm learning more than teaching. Learning everything, the science, the purity, the love, the team working, which is amazing in these groups and this country. Let me tell you something. When I went the first time to the Indian embassy in Cairo to get a visa, I read a slogan on the door, "Incredible India." And I was wondering about Incredible India because I didn't come here before. My experience about India was from the Indian movies, which were the favorite movies in my childhood time. Amitabh Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan, and all stars. But now I'm saying loudly, it's incredible India in everything. In every single detail, it's incredible India. Thank you so much for your generous invitation and your love. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I am proud to invite our next President's guest, Dr. Vishal Janji, alumnus from RP Center, and now professor in Pittsburgh University for his address.
Thank you. Thanks so much. It's an honor to be here accepting this award. And I would like to thank the AIOS for choosing me for this award, especially Dr. Lalit Verma, Dr. Harbansla, and Dr. Namrata Sharma. This is a special moment for me because I would like to really dedicate this award to all my teachers back at RP Center. I've had the privilege of working with really wonderful people. Most of my teachers are actually sitting in the audience, some on the stage. It's always good to be back home. And I always tell people who are coming after me to make India proud everywhere you go and anywhere you go. So thank you so much. Jai Hind.
So there is a housekeeping announcement. The dinner is in the food court. It is not here. This is only snacks. The dinner is in the food court. It is my pleasure now to request Ms. Tiffany Brar, our esteemed guest, to give her keynote address.
A very good evening to all esteemed doctors and ophthalmologists, honorable guest, Mr. E. Sreedharan, and all other dignitaries. Actually, I'm not fit to be a guest for such a esteemed conference. I'm just a young girl, so a lot of you doctors might be thinking, why am I here? I mean, why is such a small girl here? What does she know? I don't know as much as all of you, but I've lived life the hard way. You all are eye doctors. You all are here to give proper eye care to everyone, to cure blindness, to eliminate blindness, to enable people to see properly, to have good eyesight, not to have eye diseases, not to have pain in the eyes, and so many other noble things. But unfortunately, I was someone who could not get the right care at the right time. I had an overdose of oxygen, and I don't know all the rest of the medical technical terms, but then I became what you call visually challenged. Normally, my parents would have, filed a case against that doctor and said that, oh, our daughter lost her sight. But they didn't do that. And my parents took me here and there to many, many places for like surgeries and, this and that. But fortunately for me, and fortunately for you all today, and for my students, and for the many visually challenged people who I know in my circle, I did not get my eyesight. Because if I got my eyesight, I would not be standing here today talking about inclusion or accessibility or social change. I would have been selfish because I was born in a military background where my father had everything. But because I studied in government blind schools, and because I studied with people who struggled hard, and because I also struggled hard to get my Braille books, I struggled hard to learn mathematics. My teachers, here in Kerala, they used to say, "Makkale padikenda, jaikkanulla mark ittekam." We'll put you the pass mark. You don't need to study maths. It was sympathy. According to the UNICEF, there are 3 models where people with disabilities are treated: the charity model, the medical model, and the social model. I don't need to explain the medical model because here, you all are doctors. The social model is like for social integration of people with disabilities. And in India, it is the charity model. Hi bichara. As soon as you see a person with disability, it's like, hi bichara. Ayyo pava. There are many people who still see disability in the charity model. And that was a few of my teachers saw me like that. But there were very many teachers who also gave me the go ahead. I lost my mother at the age of 12, and that was a very big setback in my life because my father was busy with the war and his duties in the nation. Of course, he always said, nation first, you second. So yeah, that's a patriot for you. That's an army officer. And for me, I was changing schools. I was ill-treated. I was harassed by my teachers, by my colleagues. I was made to sit in the back bench. I was not allowed to give the correct answer. I was made to actually... Have you ever heard a child being thrown out of the class for giving the correct answer? Normally, children are thrown out of the class for not doing their homework. Arey yaar, homework nahi kiya, bahar nikal jao. But I was told to get out of the class because I gave the correct answer. And I made my classmate give the wrong answer so that I could get the teacher's attention. I was blind. I was not supposed to know the right answer because nothing was accessible. No books were accessible, no materials, no tactile diagrams, no technology, no AI, no chat GPT, no screen readers, no talkback, no JAWS, no NVDA, no iOS, no voiceover, nothing. All these things have now, and now the future blind people are going to enjoy assistive technology. I was just talking to Dr. Thomas today, and another senior doctor from Trivandrum, and we were talking about how the people, especially you eye doctors, help blind people. Now, I run an organization. For those who don't know me, of course, Dr. Meenakshi Dhar is here. She knows me. And Dr. Suresh Puttalat, he knows me. Dr. Thomas and so many other doctors from Trivandrum will also be here. Dr. Sunil. So many doctors are there who have supported my work, who have looked after me in many, many ways. Dr. Sujit Nayanar also from Calicut. Vijay Lakshmi ma'am. So many of you. And if I've not named anyone, I thank you all once again for supporting me here. If you are here, I'm really, really thankful to all of you. So as I was saying, I run an organization called the Jodhar Gamaya Foundation, where we train blind people, we give them rehabilitation, we train them in access technology, in iOS, voiceover, all the applications, in Android, talkback, and commentary screen reader, and brailleback, Google TTS, all these things. The use of this white cane, this is a simple white cane, it's not a smart cane, it's a very simple white cane which we use, and orientation mobility, computers with NVDA, which is a free open source screen reader, non-visual desktop application, and it can be downloaded from nvaccess.org, nvaccess.org. So nobody needs to buy the JAWS license anymore. Also, we teach Linux, Ubuntu, and Accessible Coconut, which has been developed in Kerala itself. And this is how blind people can get on with life. And now, of course, there's AI, there's Chat GPT, there's Google Assistant, there's Alexa. There's so many other ways where people can get their things done. There's even Chromebox, which is another screen reader. There are so many other forms of assistive technology which now make life easier for visually challenged people. There are magnifiers. Dr. Thomas and were all talking about the smart glasses. So I said that please, I requested Doctor, I said, please, sir, when you all, and that is for all the eye doctors, it's my humble request, when you distribute something to the visually challenged, take their feedback. Please don't distribute just for the sake of distributing, because most of your hard-earned money, all of you are collecting funds, you are earning money, you are raising funds, you are getting sponsorship, and what are most of the visually impaired people doing? They are not using these devices. They are, because it's always not practical. Like some devices, like the smartphone, like the laptops, like the simple white cane or white canes with rolling tips, because this makes walking much more smoother, and you can walk in grassy terrains, hilly terrains, stony areas. But this smart cane, which everybody advocates for, this is my personal experience and the personal experience of a few of my students, that the sensor is there, but the end of the cane, the tip of the cane is not at all strong. So what happens is they just use the cane, and this sensor vibrates a lot, because our Indian roads are very, very crowded. There's so many people on the streets, right? So many fish vendors, so many vegetable sellers, so many people. And then this thing is just like, grr, 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 it's just vibrating in your hand, and then you get so confused that you just don't know what to do. And then people just, don't know what to do. So some people don't use it. The same is with so many other assistive devices, so many other apps. The interface is not accessible for the visually impaired because they don't include the visually impaired at the beginning stages of creating those applications. They have to follow the web content accessibility guidelines. The interface has to be accessible. There has to be an alt attribute while describing images or while inserting images in websites. Accessibility, if it's your foremost priority, it should be done at the beginning of the development of an app or a website or a device for the visually impaired. It has to be usable, it has to be accessible, it has to be inclusive. A magnifier, it has to be there for everyone. A cane, it has to be affordable and inclusive to everyone. Now, the smart glasses, the iPhones, all these are very expensive. Some people, but iPhones are very, very useful because they have a lot of accessible features. But how many people will sponsor an iPhone to every blind person? That's why blind people mostly use Android. Those who can afford, they can use Apple. So always consult with a few blind people that, what do you use in your daily life? I mean, what do you need? You need voice recorders. You need standard white canes. You need talking thermometers. You need blood pressure machines. You need liquid detectors. You need things that some of these things that you can use. You need talking microwaves. I mean, those who are living at home, those who have, cooking responsibilities. If you ask me, I don't need one because I don't cook. But so always consult with a few blind people. What do you need? Because otherwise, your hard-earned money is just going to go waste. They will not use it. So this is one of my humble requests. Now, turning back to Jyotirgamaya, Jyotirgamaya gives free residential training to blind people. I also do, on my personal basis, personal fundraising for the students who I think need help. And that's why I always have a minus balance account. There are some good people who personally support me. I'm very thankful to them. And there are some people who support the organization. But everyone works hard to earn each and every penny. I don't earn a salary. Each and every penny comes from good hands. And I support a lot of people. So it's always good to understand what the beneficiary needs. A lot of doctors are aware of the rehabilitation, like the Trivandrum, Punarjyoti, Calicut. A lot of people are doing a lot of things. I'm sure the people in all other states are doing. But always make the blind person go on the right road. How to protect the eyes, how to clean the eyes, eye camps. Don't only talk about eye donation, but give demonstrations as to how drops can be applied, how eye cream can be applied, what should be done, what kind of glasses we should wear. Dr. Sunil has given glasses to so many people in Trivandrum. I just call him and he just says, okay, send the patient. And even Dr. Jayaprasad, thanks to whom I'm here, I'm very, very thankful to him because he has also treated a lot of our blind students, even Dr. Devon from Divya Prabha Eye Hospital. So many eye doctors, they've all been with us in every single thing. So how the blind people take things, how they perceive things. Please talk to them that there is an Android phone, there is TalkBack, there is commentary, there is Telegram, there is WhatsApp. All the applications are now accessible. Even Google Pay, Uber, Swiggy, Zomato, all these applications are accessible. Refer them to centers like ours, like Jyotirgamaya Foundation. We invite people from other states also, blind people. They can come here by train. We will take care of their travel and we will enable them to learn these assistive technologies. And for those who who cannot come to Jyotirgamaya Foundation, which is based in Thiruvananthapuram and where I am and my small team is, they can always go to the organizations within their state, but always be a source of encouragement to them that, hoy, it's not the end of the world. If you're blind, who cares? So what? It's not the end of the world. Please, doctors, this is my humble request to you all. And this is what I want to leave you with, that blindness can be prevented. Thanks to all of you, a lot of people are not becoming blind, and that's going to put me out of a job in a few years, but I don't care because I'm happy that blindness is going to be eliminated very soon, thanks to all you doctors. But the last thing I would like to leave you with today is motivate every visually challenged person. Please don't tell them your life is ended, but enlighten them with all these possibilities of access technology and ways that they can live life and hold their heads up high like every citizen. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Tiffany Brar, for that very insightful. In fact, I must say that was very much educating even for us, because these are the things which possibly even we don't know. Through your keynote address, you have alluded to a lot of things which were untouched, and may you continue to do your activity and carry your revolution forward, which you have started. It is my pleasure now to request our chief guest, the Metro Man, Shri Sreedharan, for his chief guest address.
Dr. I mentioned the President, Dr. Lady Verma, the earlier President, Srimadi Madam Tiffany, Brar, distinguished dignitaries on the dais, esteemed members of the AOS, ladies and gentlemen. I feel very happy and indeed very elated to associate with this wonderful function, which is being organized as the 81st annual function of the All India Ophthalmological Society. And I wish to thank the organizers, and particularly Dr. Gopal Pillai, who is my eye doctor from the Amrita Institute, for extending to me this very unique and honored position as the chief guest of this function. Before I proceed further, I wish to congratulate Dr. Hanbal for occupying the enviable position as president of the society. He has already charted out his agenda for the next 1 year. And I was really thrilled to see what he is proposing to do while as the president of the society. I also wish to compliment Dr. Lalit Verma, the outgoing president, for the brilliant innings he had during the last 1 year. I was carefully listening to his speech and was really thrilled to find what the society has achieved during the last 1 year. I wish a glorious future for the society as a whole and all the angel doctors working for the society. As you are all aware, I am just a civil engineer, or at best, a technocrat. I will not be therefore bring to you any particular medical knowledge or experience pertaining to your field. But I had the good fortune during my last 68 years of professional life to handle many important infrastructure projects for our country, particularly the 760-kilometer long Konkan Railway from Bombay to Mangalore, which was completed in a very incredible short period of 7 years. And the other, of course, the Delhi Metro. The Metro which made me the Metro Man of the country. While executing such important projects, I have learned there are certain essential functional qualities required in any profession. And what I have learned, I think I would like to share with the doctors present here. Definitely, what I am going to speak to you is relevant and applicable to any profession in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, I have seen that there are 5 important functional qualities needed in any profession. I'll briefly touch them only because for want of time, already it's too late. The most important is integrity. When I say integrity, it is not just mere honesty. I would say it is the most purified form of honesty, which says having good moral values in whatever we do. Apply thus. The second is punctuality. It is this emphasis on punctuality which enabled me to complete all my projects on time or even before time. And the doctor's profession, I feel, punctuality is very essential for the sake of the patients coming to you. We know that in our country, doctors are very hardly pressed for time. There are so many hundreds of patients to be seen in a very short period or for a day. So they are not able to keep up the time, perhaps. But we should see that as much as possible, patients are not put to any inconvenience. The third functional quality is whatever we do, we should have complete professional competence in that job. whether he's a doctor, whether he's an engineer, whether he's a shipbuilder, whatever it is. He must know his job very well. In all the professions, we must understand, particularly this is true to engineers and doctors. The technology or the knowledge is changing every day, and we have to keep pace with the changing scenario in medical field particularly. So what we should understand is, for us, learning is a lifelong pursuit. It is required till your last day. Keep yourself abreast of what is happening. That technique, then only you have the professional competence to handle your job. The fourth item which I want to mention is our commitment to the society. When you perform any duty, please don't be under the impression that we are working for an earning to get a salary alone. Yes, that is certainly required. But when we perform a duty, please keep in mind that you are serving the society. You are doing something very useful to society. And remuneration or recognition is not what we expect out of it. We have to do our work almost like an offering to God, samarpanam. And this is very emphatically emphasized in Bhagavad Gita. I will not go into the details, but I am only mentioning the attitude with which we have to serve the society. And the fifth, according to me, is good character and good contact in our profession. There is no use of being a very brilliant engineer if you don't have ethics, values, and principles. The same applies to any profession. In our young days, we have learned the crown and glory of life is character. And that character is important in any profession that we enter into. Albert Einstein, who was a very, very famous scientist, used to tell his disciples, don't try to be a man of success. You strive for a man of values. And if you have the values, success will automatically come. I think this is a good guideline for all of us to serve the society. Because of the short of time, also very late, I don't want to go into detail. I once again wish to thank all the doctors present here for giving this opportunity to be with you. This has been a very excellent exposure to me, and I wish to congratulate the organizers for the excellent, meticulous way the whole function has been organized. Thank you very much.
I request our chief guest, our president, Dr. Harbanshlal and Dr. Samar Basak, as well as Dr. Shashi Kumar to present the memento, Ms. Tiffany Brar. I request Dr. Harbanshlal, Dr. Rajesh Sinha, Dr. Partha Bishwas, and Dr. Lalit Verma to please present the memento to Dr. Hussain Zada. I request the dignitaries on the dais to please present the memento to Dr. Vishal Jhanji. In the end, I would request Dr. Sai Kumar, the organizing secretary of the local organizing committee, the ever smiling and the most gentle organizing secretary, to propose a vote of thanks.
Thank you, Madam. Respected dignitaries on and off the dais, AIO's office bearers, and my dear friends. As we come to the fag end of this glittering inaugural function, it is my most pleasant duty as organizing secretary of this meeting and also as president of the Kerala Society of Ophthalmic Surgeons to propose the vote of thanks. Shri E. Sreedharan has kindly consented to grace this occasion with his presence. He addressed the audience and gave us some life lessons. On behalf of the AIOS and the local organizing committee, I profusely thank you, sir. The Honorable Speaker of the Kerala Legislative Assembly, Advocate Shri A.N. Shamseer, kindly consented to grace this occasion with his presence. He had to leave early. In his absence, we thank him also very profusely. Ms. Tiffany Brar has been a torchbearer of rights for the visually challenged individuals, and she really motivated us with her speech. Thank you very much, Ms. Tiffany Brar. I also take this opportunity to thank presidential guests, Dr. Vishal Jhanji and Dr. Hossein Ziada, for their august presence in this inaugural function. The senior leaders of the AIOS are part and parcel of this meeting, but it is only customary that on behalf of the local organizing committee, let me thank the outgoing president, Dr. Lalit Verma, the incoming president, Dr. Harbanshlal, the vice president, Dr. Samar K. Basak, the immediate past president, Dr. Barun Naik, the honorary general secretary, Dr. Namrata Sharma, and the honorary treasurer, Dr. Rajesh Sinha, for their guidance and support for the smooth conduct of AIOC 2023. My own team, consisting of the chairman, Dr. Shashi Kumar, treasurer, Dr. Radha Ramanan, Dr. Gopal, Dr. Srini, Dr. Mahesh, Dr. Thomas Cherian, Dr. Saju Joseph, and Dr. Soni George, have stood solidly with me, helping me, guiding me during the past many months. My sincere thanks to all of them. The management and staff of this beautiful venue, the Lulu Bolgatti International Convention Center, have been extremely cooperative right from the beginning. I thank the entire team for their meticulous planning in executing this event. I would like to mention two persons with whom I have been closely working, Mr. Nisan Ali Khan and Mrs. Ashley Anthony. Thank you so much for your help and cooperation. The visual and print media has helped spread the news about this conference to the general public. Thanks to all the members of the press for helping us. I also thank the team of Pavilions and Interiors led by Vinod and Mrs. Uma, the audiovisual team led by Mr. Abhishek Grover and Mr. Ravi Grover, our event partner Mrs. Impresario led by Hariharan and Harish. Without their commitment and support, it would have been impossible to run this conference. Our friends from the ophthalmic, pharma and equipment industry have turned up in very large numbers to support this national conference. We profusely thank all of them. Last but not the least, we have nearly 6,000 registered delegates, and you, my dear friends, are the biggest success of this meeting. Thank you very much. Jai AIOS, Jai Hind.
To conclude, let us all rise for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण